Okay. Hi. I'm Professor McCoy. Good evening. Welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Sorry about the delay. I was having some issues. Sound issues. Recording issues. All sorts of issues. All seem to be resolved by a quick reset of the computer, so I think we're okay. Anyway, if anything goes horribly wrong, you'll see me scream in pain as my headphones try to kill me, and then I'll try and fix it. It happens sometimes, apparently. Anyway. So, welcome back. We left off just getting to Eos, the first real colonization possibility in Andromeda. This one. Gorgeous desert planet, not exactly somewhere I'd like to really live, but gorgeous nonetheless. I mean, it's better than some alternatives, but it's a little bit arid and radioactive, for that matter. But we're here to fix some of those problems. Anyway, so we are also, I believe, if I remember the storyline as I think I do, and the general plot structure of this planet. We're also probably going to be meeting a couple of new squad mates tonight. So that'll give us plenty to discuss, plenty to think about, plenty to talk about. And of course we can run on top of the Tempest, which is like one of my favorite things. On top of the... It's unfortunate we can't see in to the... this is supposed to be an observation deck. Because this is that meeting room, and there's supposed to be, like, panoramic windows. I wish you could see it, but whatever, it's fine. That would be some really pointless extra modeling to do. Oh, it's close. No, never mind, just kidding. Anyway, sorry. I got distracted. And use supplies. In any case. We're going to be chatting about some new squad mates and some things that things we might have to notice about them, etc. When we get to them, of course, which, like I said, should be tonight. Fingers crossed. I think so. Then beyond that, there's plenty of stuff having to do with things like terraforming in here. There's plenty of and of course, beyond what's introduced by the game, there's also plenty that I will naturally want to talk about having to do with ethics for my classes.
Special requisition, all-terrain scout rover.
A Nomad, 6-wheel drive, jump jets, just what you need.
The initiative only built a few.
This must be what Clancy meant.
The crate requires an access code from a forward station. Forward stations act as emergency resupply checkpoints. Several are currently in orbit.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot.
Awesome. I'm going to do that in a second. Let's do this first. This is a thing in here. Research station.
Well, what do you know? The Outpost Research Center is still intact.
Updating the Tempest on this critical recovery.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
We're not scavenging anymore. This is how we rebuild.
Someone else agrees. This research center was used recently to monitor the alien signal.
This gives us the tools to find the source, and maybe whoever else is looking.
Alright then. Do a quick bit of scanning. Oh, don't let me forget. I wanted to go back to that building that we left last time and scan, because there's a couple of things to find in there. A couple of, like, backstory things in there. Senior Foreman Adriano Finesca. Tried out a new pin design on the shelters today. Only time will tell if they actually hold together when the next storm rolls over. At least it should be easier to find the pieces this time. Shorty's pitching offer an evac to the Nexus. Too many ket, not enough water, no hope, he says. I'd rather sell supplies and sleep on the deck than lie awake listening to the storms one more night. Can't say I disagree. Losing 3 of my guys to the ket made me wonder about leaving too. But I asked him what I asked myself. What's back on the Nexus for pioneers? Isn't EOS what we signed on for? It has to be. And long. Yeah? I mean, without a Pathfinder, it is kind of rough. Without somebody whose job it is and whose minimal training it is to find a new home and make it safe. It's a little rough. It's more than a little rough. It's very rough. Anyway. Oh my god. What? Saoirse is just... Well, first of all, refusing to sleep. Second of all, just yelling random inane questions at the top of her lungs, like about when the dinosaurs were alive and things like that. It's adorable and also frustrating because it's in direct violation of every instruction that I've ever given her. But you know, the whole go to sleep thing. Deconstruct. Sweet. Anyway, so this week we've got some really interesting stuff coming up in class, and I'm thrilled to be talking about it. Notably, tomorrow, in fact, we're talking about Alistair McIntyre's disquieting suggestion from his book After Virtue, which is something I've always wanted to teach and always wanted to bring up in class, just to blow students' minds, kind of thing, just to shake a little bit loose the crust of modernity that they all have building up upon themselves. Now, the rest of the book, the rest of After Virtue, is good, but it's not incredible. There are better. He has better works, and there are better works that express some of the same points. But oh my god, that opening chapter, his disquieting suggestion, which I'll go through in more detail later on at some point. But it is just phenomenal. It is an incredible exploration of the modern problem of ethics. And then, later this week and into next week, we're going to be reading C.S. Lewis's The Abolition of Man, which I'm really using as sort of a replacement for the rest of After Virtue, because I think it does roughly the same sort of thing in a much more approachable manner, especially for non-major undergrads. So let's see. Activate power relay.
The research station is back online. I've provided a list of weapons we can build by gathering the required components.
Sweet. This is the same thing that's on the Tempest, and I have to assume, I have no option but to assume, that this is, sort of a holdover, from before they had a research station on the Tempest. I have to assume that this was a thing that was only on planets, only in the environment. Because otherwise, it doesn't quite make a lot of sense. I actually, now having played around with it a little bit, I really kind of hate the Ghost assault rifle. Kind of hate it. I mean, it's not my least favorite, but I kind of hate it. Ooh, but the halberd, on the other hand... Oh, lordy, that's pricey. It's shorty. Outlaw pistol, or an outlaw shotgun? Yeah, shotgun. The shock harpoon gun. Nice. Yeah, no, halberd. I gotta go with the halberd. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a good assault rifle. I need more Milky Way data for the halberd, because I need that halberd so badly. I really like the Sidewinder. It's very cool, but it's also expensive to upgrade. Very cool. Oh, man's not gonna bother with him yet. Let's see if we can make ourselves halberd 2. Basically just a straight upgrade to the Matic Is it? Wait. Oh, okay. It's a much higher damage, lower rate of fire, because it's single fire rather than the Matic. Alright, let me see. Mod slot extension. There's some kinetic coils. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go for it. That'll work. That'll be fine. I can't equip it, though. I really want a Sidewinder. Oh, it doesn't have any upgrade slots. Oh my god. Now I'll keep my phalanx, I guess. Keep my stupid phalanx. Alright, whatever. Oh, by the way, I've altered my profiles a bit. I've got my mostly biotic adept profile, my balanced explorer profile, which is my pull throw one, my tech build, which is my defensive build because it's sentinel, and then my biotic charging build, which I'm not going to be using much because I don't have the equipment for it. I'm going to go with Explorer, though, just for walking around, mostly because it lets me do this. I don't know if y'all know this about me, but teleport fighting is, like, my favorite thing in almost any RPG.
Door's getting emergency power, but it's code-locked.
Site 1 issued individual security codes. Each outpost self-organizes and sets its own protocol.
Just say we can't open it without codes.
We can't open it without codes.
Woo. Get a forward station.
Looks like the forward station's supplies are intact.
Downloading Nomad Crate access code.
Wait. There's a shuttle
Still
here.
here, Clancy?
Something wrong here? Oh, he's... Oh, I see. Right. Could use a Cobra RPG. Alright. Yeah.
The failure here was expensive, Pathfinder. It's worn all of us down, not just our shuttles.
Hey, that looks really bad. You're kind of sparking. Has not undergone an outpost refit. Forward compensator is insufficient for extended planet-wide operation in current conditions. Yeah, I can tell. It's sparking. That looks really bad. Maintains emergency power for pylon or for site 1. Okay, fine. What's this? Hold on, before I check out that forward station, there's something over here. Oh, it's... Okay, well, I need to get to the forward station first. Okay, I'm done. That's fine. Cool. I go be a dump. Alright. back up there too. Do that next. Moving in here, use of interest, data pads and such. Good deal of them. Chief Engineer Grace Leto. New entry. Specialist Cathari needs to stop navel-gazing about the monoliths and whoever built them. We need that speculating mind of his. If it doesn't grow food, stop wind, or get Special Project Sigma done. Sigma. It's not worth our time right now. This team is looking at the big structures, and they'll do good work, but I tagged his runner just in case. Vehicle tracking code, Grace Delta 9. Interesting. Okay.
Got a code lock key.
Handy. It'll get us in.
Alright, I'll take it. Lithium. Life support. Useful, but... Honestly, I should have equipped that realistically, but whatever. Alright, I'm gonna go back up here, because there was some interesting stuff up in this little, Oh, boy. Alright. So...
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
This basically lets you, reconstruct the past using recordings and whatnot.
It actually worked. Is there audio?
Compiling now.
We can't survive another attack. The storms and radiation were already killing us. Now we've got those things.
We can't return to the Nexus with our tails between our legs. The whole station is counting on us.
Then they're counting on corpses.
Damn. That's... grim.
That... Oh, it's orange juice. Oh. It was hot sauce or something. Oh, audio log. Nice.
Wilcox thinks I'm crazy, but I know what I saw. Eyes on the mountain, watching us. We're not alone out here.
This log was recorded a day before the first Ket ambush on Site 1.
The Ket scouted them out.
Radiation shields are dead, but I finally made it to Site 1. Promise is a ghost town. Damn it. Gotta be something the storms and Rat Pack scavengers didn't take away. But that the project, Site 2 is done for. Our crews get torn apart faster than we can patch things up, and we hear that thing at night. Can't pretend it's the weather anymore. Wind doesn't roar like it's hungry. Update. Managed to pry enough components out for the project to patch up my shields. I'm heading home to Site 2 if it's still there.
There was something very wrong at the second outpost they made.
An attack? The radiation?
Whatever it was, Site 2 made a special project to handle it. Let's keep it in mind for later.
Whatever that might be. Now I know what the thing is, and we'll see it eventually. So it's quite the thing. Just as a little bit of perspective for Eric in particular, it's the kind of thing that would make Ganley poop himself. As a reference to our Star Wars game. Absurdly unsafe. Yeah, I forgot I had this customized. I forgot I had it all tricked out and customized. Nice, though. Anyway, but yes, it is, that's really unsafe. Like, when you open the door, first of all, it opens downwards, and then it just rockets itself out of there, straight at you. Wonderful. Exploration vehicle designed for field adaptation. Specifications and compatibility forward. Technician Gil Brody for further modification. Alright, vertical thrust upgrade. Advanced life support. Improved suspension. Torque management. Shield reset bonus. Supercharged boost. Improved boost. Advanced detection systems. Improved shield regeneration.
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you?
Get out of here. And there's a shield. Now also we have the code for this door. Let's open it. Ooh. Ooh. There's living plants in here. Supply situation. We divided the rations again. Tonight's menu, soup with a couple of crackers each. Hope we're not too hungry to prop up the south building tomorrow, but there's nothing else for it. Can't forage because the weather's deadly, can't grow crops in these winds, and the Nexus can't feed us in themselves. No, don't think about it. There's talk going around of getting back to the Nexus, but if we can't find an answer, who can? We dared to put our boot prints here. We were first. Me and Theo promised to stick it out, even if we end up being the last.
All these challenges, and the colonists still tried to tough it out.
They didn't know what they were in for. They weren't told.
Sam and I could have helped them. This won't happen again.
Nah. We are here to help. Now. Message for Thick Nick Thaniopoulos. People are talking here, saying that EOS isn't viable, that things aren't going like they expected. I think you should come back. I know what you're going to say. I didn't sign up for the initiative to stay trapped in a floating tin can, and I promise you can have your adventure later when they've had more time to plan for your safety. Mom told me to make sure you don't get in over your head, and that's what I'm doing. At least think about it, for me. And check in more often. I've started to adopt Mom's worry. Already chewed through the nail of my pinky finger. It's up to you whether I keep the rest of my nails intact. Love you. Hello? Sorry to bug you again. I requested an update on Leah Wells a few days ago, and I haven't heard anything back. On my end, it looks like the message wasn't even opened. Is everything okay there? Get back to me as soon as you can, and tell Leah to message me back. Yeah, this place is definitely not doing well. It's not that then. Power interfacing. Okay. Alright. Iron. Oh, should deconstruct something. Whatever.
Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Allison thinking sending us here? EOS might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close, it's a hellscape. Farthingale's on my case to stay positive. Put on a brave face for the rest of the team. But I can't shake the feeling that I'm gonna die out here.
Yeah. Now, I will say, at least there's water. Radioactive for now, but something.
The power has been restored, but these records cannot be fully recovered.
At least we've got the antenna.
Okay.
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in EOS's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
Okay. Let's swap out our ghost for our halberd. And we'll put on heavy stock. Magazine. Barrel. And receiver. I could get a fourth weapon. But why would I? It would be the ghost. But I don't actually like the ghost. Right, Cobra RPG, backup life support. Yeah, that's good. Squad, Vetricora, yeah. That's cool. Nebula, that's cool too. The initiative. Kind of like the initiative, kind of like Silent Step. Tabular Rasa, that's the original one. Where his heart cool. Hunter. And so on. Stick with the initiative one for now.
But if we go outside Site 1's perimeter?
That would not be advised.
Okay, let's see what else we got around here. Another pylon. Or a wind turbine. Here we get in here. See if that's...
Another code, like we already found.
For what? Botany analysis. New entry, what are you hiding, EOS? The plants exhibit sporadic hypergrowth, despite an environment that can sandblast paint. I'm starting to suspect an electromagnetic trigger detected a signal of some kind, definitely alien. But that's not my field. Uncertain if deliberate, Vector noted.
We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere. Lockley tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing.
Be right there!
Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo. Maybe by the time they wake her up, I'll know what to say.
Whee! That was fun. Alright. And then, of course, I've got my... Oh, shit. Alright. What's this? Infusion station. Lightly used because Scourge Fallout defies known effects. Study and treatment for radioactive fallout. Okay.
Pathfinder, I have enough sensory data to reconstruct an image.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll take...
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Cool. Let's see what we got.
You step outside recently. There's nothing golden about Eos.
Not saying there won't be challenges, but we can do this, Wilcox. We have to.
It's like we're listening to ghosts.
Farthingale. Already checked here. Alright, onward. I love the little teleport. Also just teleport basically through things, which is really cool. Oh wait, hold on. I want to go over to this. The station, the little management thing for this, which is I believe a water purification station.
I think this is for purifying water.
Oh, well, there you go.
And the storms pushed it around like a kid's toy.
Okay, no. They have stuff piled up in front of the door. Presumably to keep things out, but who knows. Okay, now, let's get back at our Nomad. Radiation hazard.
Can't get traction. It's too steep. Switch to six-wheel drives. It'll get you up there in a snap.
Wait. It's very important that I ramp off of that piece of REM tech. Ooh, also bad. Hold on, what's that? Give me a memory trigger.
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though
There's
my memory
Site 2
array
down there.
remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Pretty darn radioactive, but basically everywhere. I assume that is the sort of... Oops, wait, what is this? No. That is the bluish fog all around.
Got it. Signal's coming from that structure up ahead.
need to ramp off of this piece of grim tech. Absolutely critically important. Full on ramp. Alright, there we go. Done. I'm satisfied. Very satisfied. Ooh, Scourge. Scourge tentacles. Charged absence was clearly impossible by accepted models. Updating theoretical data, practical field instruction is unchanged. Avoid. Okay, so yeah, it's Scourge.
I'm picking up initiative tech nearby from above us.
There, look, up near that scaffolding.
Oh, something up there. New device. Interface. See if I can get to the initiative tech first. See what's up there. I don't know if I can. Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe we've got to go about this the weird way, roundabout-like. Oh, yeah. Container. Grab that first. Deconstruct.
It's slippery, but there's a great view!
Who'd be crazy enough to carry heavy equipment up there?
Too sophisticated for a salvager. Who else is studying this place? Should be enough glyphs.
Cool. Kind of love that there's no fall damage.
Building connection. I apologize for any discomfort. The system seems unstable.
This what happened when my dad tried doing this?
Your father interfaced directly with the atmosphere processor. That proved extremely hazardous. These structures could reveal its control center. System remains unstable. Doubling our power input might accelerate the process.
I'll give it a shot.
Wait!
Excuse me?
Back up. Literally.
Whoa! Easy. You've come this far. Just let it ride. I've been studying this tech for months. I don't know how you activated those glyphs, but you have to let them...
All right, time to get off.
Don't like being sat on, huh? I know. Who am I? I mean, it's obvious who you are. I saw the ship swoop in. You're a Pathfinder. Was beginning to think the initiative just made you guys up so the rest of us wouldn't lose hope, but you're for real, huh?
So, Erica says, oh look, it's the hoe. Well, one would think, based on the introduction, but we actually find out that she's, like, far less hoish than one might think, and I would even say far less hoish than most young Asari her age, roughly her age. I don't actually know how old she is, but she's not that old. But she's actually far less hoish than you might think. But we may or may not find that out. Now, here's the other thing. Realistically, both of our romance options for this game are within eyesight right now, not on camera. This is one of them. PB's one of them. The other one is Cora. Now, I actually like both of them as romance options, and I know that's a bizarre and horrible thing to say. You hate her just barely less than Liam. Well, okay. So here's the thing. PB's terrible. She's awful. She's just absolutely bad. She's a terrible character, badly written, annoying as all hell. But that's because almost all of her character development only happens in her romance arc. So only if you're actually romancing her does she develop as a character beyond her unbelievably unbearable cringe and annoyance. But in romance, she actually grows the hell up, which is just shocking. Hit me out of left field. Because like my first 3 or 4, I think 3 playthroughs, I hated PB. Wanted nothing to do with her. Then I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna try the romance just to see if she goes through any changes or becomes interesting or anything. And good lord, she actually became interesting. Actually became a good character. That said, she's also annoying. So I don't know. Anyway, it's something to think about going forward. Like I said, it's between her and Cora. So Cora has not daddy issues. Cora has your daddy issues. Like you, the character, like Scott's dad issues, which we'll explore as we go further as well, which is a little bit weird. But I do generally like her as a character.
Are you for real? You were going to tell me who you are.
I might just be the solution to all your problems. Well, look at that.
Yeah, we turned it on.
System has stabilized. I'm establishing a connection.
Oh, crap.
I know these things from Habitat 7!
Later! Just take them out! Keep targeting that one! They make little bots! That'll show them. I'll take their fire.
Ooh, good combo. Okay, not bad.
Not bad. My first tangle with the Remnant was a lot messier.
The Remnant?
These monoliths, the Observer and Assembler bots, they're all the remnants of something much bigger. But that's too long. Ugh, I hate long. So, the Remnant. Like, my name's better as PB.
Ryder, you've
How
been
was Sorry
studying
of the
this
sale, by the way?
Remnant technology? What have you learned?
Plenty. Not nearly enough. It's old, it uses glyphs, and it's well protected.
I saw this tech clear the skies on Habitat 7. We're hoping it could do the same for EOS.
Huh. Atmosphere manipulation? Maybe. Fits the model. All Remnant tech is connected. You interfaced with this monolith somehow, and now it's pinging the others. If you wake them up too, they must lead to whatever master switch might fix the radiation.
Interface with the monoliths, follow the connection to the source. Easy enough.
Sure. Just don't piss off too many observers.
So she's an absolute crazy
Here,
person, but
take
she's
my nav
actually
points.
seems to be a decent scholar
I've
or
gotta
something.
figure this interfacing out.
Yeah.
Just be careful. This planet's all kinds of strange.
I have noticed. I love the throw thing. I love it. Love it so much. You have anything more to say while we're here?
Fascinating, huh? Oh,
Yeah.
this is the kind of stuff that gets you out of bed in the morning, too?
Solving alien mysteries on hostile worlds? Do you need to ask?
A man after my own heart. Follow my nav points, figure out those monoliths, and we can both get some answers.
Alright, cool.
Is PB a typical Asari name?
Never heard it in my Huntress days.
Oh, you know things? Good for you. I know other things. It's a name. Good enough and short enough, for now.
Okay.
How did you get here? After what happened with the outposts, I didn't expect to run into anyone.
I had a ride. Had to fudge the flight plan a little. The Nexus didn't want to risk anyone else. Or let people see how rough it got. Sad. But there's still so much here. And some of us want to find it. We didn't come all this way to sit on our hands.
Oh, by the way, both Cora and PB, I have modded their appearances to some fairly significant degree. I know there is a mod to get rid of the ridiculous grease paint on PB. Thinking about it. It is rather ridiculous.
The bots we're seeing, you had names for them?
I had to call them something. The observers fly around spying on anyone who touches this tech. The assembler ones make other remnant. Not sure how yet. Maybe manufacturing or 3D printing. And breachers smash into anything they don't like, which is us. Easy to remember.
Okay. Those are the constructed ones, the breachers.
Is anyone else camped out on Eos?
There's the Ket, Clancy Salvagers, one angry old man.
Who do you mean?
Let's just say he's here to squish Ket, and doesn't care whose gear he tramples.
Oh, okay.
We're hoping this
We're gonna
tech
meet
can
him.
fix the atmosphere and make Eos livable. Think it's possible?
Yes, maybe. Possibly? This tech is so new. I mean, old here, but new to us? Who knows what it can do?
How old is it exactly?
It's been dormant for centuries, which I guess isn't actually that old. Huh. But long enough for conditions here to get royally screwed up, if they really are connected.
I mean, it's old, but it's not like...
Well, I'll head out.
It's not
Yes,
Prothean old.
so much to investigate. Let's get to it.
It's not Prothean old, certainly. Now, that's actually another thing that, has been was... Back when there were a lot of speculations and such
Hey,
about this
baby,
game...
you came in this shuttle?
Not many other ways to get here from the Nexus. Careful, I've got some interesting finds in there.
Okay. Anyway, the, I was saying, there's a lot of speculation about some of the things, like the origin of the Remnant was a major one. And we find out some things about it, but it's still not fully fleshed out even by the end of this game, because again, it was anticipated that this would like continue the series. There'd be more to this, so we can get more information. And I really do hope that we do get more information at some point. But for now, again, we're stuck with speculation. And one of the speculative theories was that the Remnant were left here, or the people who left the Remnant here were actually either a previous cycle from the Milky Way, so something like, maybe not the Protheans,
Detecting
but
above normal
the previous
radiation
cycle,
levels.
before the Protheans. Or alternatively, could have just been, it's about 300 and something years old. It could perfectly well have been people, like our cycle,
Radiation within
humans
safe
and
levels.
Asari and whatnot,
Life support is stable.
who developed faster FTL tech, got to Andromeda before the Initiative did. And so, and then developed this stuff, and then something happened. They had to abandon it.
A colonist from Site 1. Radiation got her.
We knew some were lost, Ryder. We weren't told they were left.
Wonder how many are out there.
Too many. Lexi, update Nexus records on Avante, Teague, and C. And get a recovery shuttle out here.
Good idea. If she's got family, they deserve closure.
We'll give them more than closure. We'll finish what she started.
Finished. Scanning. Warning, replace mask within 72 hours. Warning. Oh, that's not good. Not very good. Alright, let's check our map, shall we? Oh my god, there's tons of stuff. What's this? Lost Brother. I can't do that one yet. What is this? is that? It's Site 2. The murder near Site 2. Rocks. No. Let's go to this other forward station drop point. Or wait at this next monolith. Let's do that.
When they sent the first colonists down here, everyone was so excited. After all the shit the Nexus had been through, we finally had something to believe in. Then the reports came back.
This time will be different.
Yeah, I'm more than ready to believe again.
Hostiles ahead! Nice work.
I've picked up readings of Nexus-issued equipment nearby.
Okay, Nexus equipment, that's odd. Moderate value, I'll keep it. Moderate value, I'll keep it. Okay, let's keep it and sell it. It's fine. Junk. Alright, a group of us just arrived from the Nexus's trailblazers on Eos. Most of my people already want to go back, but I'm determined, at the very least, to do some good for the initiative. Discover these ruins, don't know what to make of them yet, but I'm going to continue researching them. Whoever constructed this could still be here in Helios. We'll need their help. This isn't what Jin Garson envisioned. Very true.
The person who left this behind, she was part of the first wave of colonists, wasn't she?
The probability is high. This researcher may have left data pads at other remnant sites as well.
Oh, jeez. That's very bad.
Radiation levels are severe. Seek safety immediately.
Okay, I need to... go back to the safe zone over here. Let my life support recover.
Pathfinder, another deceased colonist.
If you get me their name, I'll update the records and tag the body for recovery.
Where? Where? I don't see another one.
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Okay. Yes, that just ate through my life support. Really bad. Don't play with the Scourge. How did that not kill you? Let's see. Let's keep on going. These bug critter things are just not what I want to deal with right now, really. Should be that forward station spot up here somewhere. Yeah, right up here.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. Data key. Specialist Engineer Aman Kathari.
Chased down by what he was studying? The death toll between the two outposts must have weighed on everyone. Look there. That spot is shelter, water, stable ground.
It was initially overlooked due to heavy kept presence at the nearby remnant structure, but it would be an excellent outpost site.
Ket and remnant. Seems you can't find one without the other. So, if we clear the skies, this might be our new home.
Coordination protocol, multiple deployment coordination, triangulation achieved. Okay. Basically, just explaining some game mechanics. All right, moving on.
The Site 1 folks were interested in the monoliths, too.
Did they learn anything?
Mostly what you learn the hard way. But hey, now you're here.
What is the deploy mining drone thing? Nope, that isn't it. Nope, it's not leave. It's not H either. Oh, that's lights. M. No, that's map. Okay, I can't figure this out. I'll look it up. Game. Settings. Controls. Key bindings. Nomad. Daily mode. Terrain mode. R. Oh, wow. Well, that's one button I didn't press. That's a lot of remnant. Okay.
More remnant bots. These ones don't seem hostile.
Yet. no way to uncharge that. Darn it. Okay. Okay.
Giving shield assist. All running down.
Oh, we got him. Ooh. Interface.
What do we have here?
Activate or deactivate local mechanisms. Okay, fair enough.
I detect a high level of remnant encryption here, Pathfinder. To continue.
Lexi, found another colonist.
So many. All right, send me their information.
We're so close. I just know it. Once we get that linguist, we'll crack it. There's so much tech here. It has to help. Then I can see Carrie again. It's been a slow start, but we got this. Oh no. No!
Damn it.
The Remnant aren't all bots and maybe blue skies. Stay careful.
They were saving any data they could, in case it helped the next try.
That's us. The next try is us.
2 dead people.
Pavlov, Amira S.
Got it. Thanks, Ryder.
Nice work.
Yeah, that means... Oh, we can go. There's a glyph. There's a that thing. Unknown resonant device. Surface scarring, consistent with an initiated standard range weapon. Theorizing physical marks are consistent with survey equipment used in melee defense. Interesting. Oh, what that would even really refer to. Okay, so there's one that's coming here. Or they're really just 2. The other one's going over there.
That did it.
That should complete the glyphs, Pathfinder.
Okay. Ah, the good old Remdoku. God, I had almost forgotten about this. I have a lot of just bypass remnant decryption keys. Okay, so it's 4 of them. It's these 4, meaning it's that one. Because no box or line can have more than one of the same. That means we know what this one is. It's also this one. That means this one has to be... no, this one. That. Right, that checks out. And then this one has to be that. And this to be that. And this one is E1. And that's the 3 one. That one. Alright. Got it.
Got it.
That was an easier one, but they get much harder.
That did... whatever that did. I see pathways lighting up all over. The monoliths are resonating. QEC contact?
Well, whatever's happening, they're definitely connecting.
You did good. Keep doing more.
Ket dropship.
Seriously? Can't catch a break.
Where? Oh, wow, they're close. All right.
Is it just me? Or do Kets seem to appear everywhere we find Remnant tech?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Heavy plasma cannons. All right. Cool. Very cool. Dean strap. Anything else around here that I missed?
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Huh. So I have to go back this way. Don't I? Oh, memory trigger.
I read your dossier.
Dossier, huh? Fancy. So, what's it say?
That's classified.
Uh-huh. Don't start something you can't finish, Harper.
Okay, look. Not starting anything. I'm military, you're not. But we're in this together now. Only thing that counts is getting out of it. If you've got the skills to help with that, and it looks like you do, then...
Then we're good?
We're good.
Heavy motive engine. Basically, it's their version of our Nomad. Thicker.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
I know that. I just
You
mined
can
for
extract
resources.
minerals
Thank
via
you.
your mining interface.
Which way do I go? I need to go left.
That looks like a cat facility of some kind.
Those assholes took over my best research site. Won't let you near the monolith without a fight.
Shield boost enabled.
Shield boost enabled.
Think that's it?
Clear.
Not exactly clear, but yeah, that's what there we go.
Get down.
Get incoming!
Hostile shuttle incoming.
Let's see how that works.
Bolstering all shields.
Level up. Not that I need many levels up really. I'm doing okay. Petra, would you like to aim? Or can you? I'm not sure if you can actually aim that gun. Oh, why did I do that?
Requesting reinforcements. Do they know we're here?
Shield boost enabled.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyway, one of the, no. One of the things that I've mentioned that I really wanted to talk about was McIntyre's disquieting suggestion. Now's a good time. We are going through some combat such and such. This was Alistair McIntyre is actually he's still working. He's still actively doing philosophy, which is really quite something. He's like 98 or something. And he's improved over time. A lot of his more recent works are phenomenal. even compared to things like After Virtue, which are legendary. Working device. Okay, some kind of network device. Encryption tech. But in terms of this one
They've got the monolith well
particular thing,
protected. We'll need to cut that shield's power supply.
he begins After Virtue, which is really a book about the sort of reframing the debate around ethics. He begins with a what he calls a disquieting suggestion. Basically, this is a fantastical alternate way the world could be, sort of suggestive hypothesis, if you want. Before I deactivate this generator, I'm going to run the other bridge. This is over here. Is anything to scan, anything to pick up, etc. Okay, no, that was it. Wasting time. All right, fine. Anyway, so he begins by with an analogy, basically. So he asks us to imagine a world in which, much like our own, but in which there was some grand, terrible cataclysm or series of cataclysms that get, presumably unjustly, but it doesn't really matter, blamed on science. Science and scientists and the practice and activity of the sciences. Oh, that wasn't it? Really? Oh, there it is. It's that. And so, he speculates, what if... Oh, hold on, cutscene. I'll come back to his speculation, because it's really cool. I want to give it time.
Let's get to it before there's any more cat.
Alright then. I have to be honest. That was cool.
That was pretty cool.
Huh. Well, yeah. Guess it was. Still haven't told me who you are.
Oh, come on, Drax. Stop that.
Vetra, what are you doing here?
I'm with the Pathfinder. That Pathfinder.
I'm really glad I brought
A friend of Vetra's a friend of mine.
My name's Scott Ryder.
I'm Drac, Clan Nakmor. You'll forgive me if I didn't just trust a stranger from the Nexus. They haven't exactly treated us Krogan well. What are you doing out here?
Checking out these monoliths? The cats seem pretty interested in this one. Looks like you cleared it out for us, though.
You said I didn't save any for you? Nexus knows shit about the Ket. They think they're safe. But they're just waiting to die out there in space. I've been quads deep on a couple of planets for a while now. Taking out Ket bases, fighting ground troops. I know what they can do.
It's not pretty.
You know, Drac, we could use someone with your skills.
Tempting as that is, Vetra, I'm a little too old to be carrying humans through a fight. Besides, the day I help the Nexus again is the day the clouds part and the Ket keel over. No offense.
None taken.
Good, because I'm getting bored and the Ket are getting stronger. Seem particularly interested in this alien tech.
Remnant?
Yeah, that. I'm gonna go find more to shoot. Try to keep your head out there.
Dug a trophy out of it. Gotta say, pretty badass. Pretty badass. Anyway, so McIntyre's idea is his hypothetical.
He seems fun.
What if there were some cataclysm, a series of cataclysms, that were blamed on science? And therefore, what if society, from as a result of this, decided that they would no longer have anything to do with science? And they set out to erase it, to get rid of all traces of science, of scientists, of records and memories of science and all of that. Basically tried very hard to erase everything there is to erase about science.
Anton, Darren T. Can't undo what happened, but we can make sure he's remembered.
That we can, Pathfinder.
They're dissecting him, I think. Necropsy. Lesser species, unremarkable disposal.
I got Nero. He's the cut.
A field log, Pathfinder, issued to patrolling Ket.
I don't need a translation to know when I'm hearing a monster.
Adding to language database.
Got a component for Site 2's project.
Alright, cool. Anyway. I mean, to be a little bit fair, not that we should be too fair, but to be at least a little bit fair. I do think that if we met hostile aliens, there's a very good chance we would dissect one. Now, we probably wouldn't vivisect one, but we might. But there's a very good chance we would dissect them after following combat, after battle kind of thing. There's a very likely thing to happen. What's this? Another one? Another one. Okay. One's up there. Let's try that.
Detecting above normal radiation levels. Life support restored.
There's one.
Detecting above normal radiation levels. Radiation levels normal.
I know, Sam. I know.
Life support is back online.
Sam. Anyway. So. Up there. Could have gotten to that. So, McIntyre speculates.
That should do it.
What if this society that had purged science, someday, a generation or two hence, decided that they wanted to recover what they had gotten rid of?
Looks like that did it.
They wanted to recover the science that they had
Monoliths are
destroyed,
online
that they
and
lost.
connected to
How would
something
they do
in the
that?
lake. This could be the master switch we're looking for.
I'll meet you there. Don't do anything without me.
I have a feeling there's about to be Ket showing up. But we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Yep, we get it down there. Anyway. So McIntyre posits that it would be very difficult for a succeeding generation to reestablish the sciences in anything like a meaningful form. Instead, what he speculates is that if we If we would expect something like this to happen, what we would expect to happen in subsequent generations is the foundations of what they would call science have nothing to do with actual real science, anything like what we do today, calling it science. Rather, it would be something like a imitation, almost play acting, an attempt to do the kinds of things that they perceive that we, their ancestors, did, what we called science. That they would do what they called experiments. But those experiments would not actually produce anything like meaningful data or results. It would be a lot more like
automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
They would collect information, scientific information they took to be scientific, even information which is, I would even say it is scientific in some sense, insofar as it is information that we have developed from science. And by so developing it, but unfortunately they have no context for this. They have no context for what this information
Remember
really
the early
means.
data on EOS back home?
When everywhere was labeled H with a bunch of numbers?
Your dad put those readings up in his office. Knew them all by heart. Wonder what those worlds really looked like then. And now.
Scourge. Might be dangerous, but we should check it out.
Anyway, so the speculation, of course, goes on from there to say that basically we would be in a position where we would have no idea what science is, or that they would have no idea what science was. But they would try. They would say things that sound scientific to them, based on what they know of what we used to do and call it science. They would do things like running what they call experiments. They would do things like try and organize their knowledge into different scientific disciplines, or what they took to be different scientific disciplines.
Target down!
Pathfinder, I detect initiative.
At our first death yesterday, morale is dropping, people are getting sick. Now more than ever, I'm determined to find something of value in these technological ruins. I know there's vital data here, but I can't access it. Even with my decryption skills, it locks me out. I can't give up. Nexus is counting on us to be the vanguard of the initiative. I'm going to keep moving, and I hope I find something of use.
Any hope this researcher is still alive?
That outcome is unlikely. If exposed too long, pre-vault radiation would cause terminal health issues.
Then maybe her work survived. We need to find the other research sites.
Alright. So the point of all this is an analogy. If the situation is largely that this hypothetical society
Did you leave many people behind
has
in the Milky
what
Way?
they think is
No.
science.
Parents are gone.
They have knowledge of what they
My
think
old
is
unit could
science.
still be alive.
But that knowledge
Yeah,
is
some of my contacts might be kicking around.
off. Is
Isn't it
wrong.
weird
It is
saying things
incomplete.
Like that while
It's
knowing you'll never see them again?
it's removed from its
No
real
stranger
context.
than them being 600 years older than we are.
If we're getting into the deep stuff, we need a few stiff drinks first.
You started it, you're buying.
Oh man, actually that's a good point, which I will get to in a moment. They do want to address that. McIntyre's point, though, McIntyre's point is that this... McIntyre's point is that this, this hypothetical about science is the actual state of things for our society as it stands, but instead of being with respect to science, it is with respect to ethics. And this is why he posits that we have such intractable and often hostile disagreements with respect to ethical matters. Because in no other serious academic field do we have absolutely intractable disagreements where people will burrow down to first principles that are fundamentally at odds with one another. We don't have that. I would argue that this is also the case with respect to theology, and maybe metaphysics, but certainly with ethics. Ethics most clearly. And this is McIntyre's point, is that we do in fact, we have in fact lost we've lost the understanding of ethics sufficient to actually resolve disagreements and disputes.
Look there. Coming out of the lake.
Because atheists, when they find out a bachelor of theology,
Let's
it's a bachelor of science. Yeah.
It's opening up.
I see a door. Come on!
Let's go. So one point to add. I love these, like, the song.
Forming a bridge.
Like an invitation. Hope it's safe.
Before we jump in, I want to address what they were just talking about as well. This whole point about, suddenly the people back home, if they are still alive, and they're sorry or sometimes broken, maybe, are 600 years older than when we left, because we've been in stasis for 600 years. That, like I was talking about last time, is edging on, is really at the very least bordering on unnatural, and not just different from the natural course of things, but contrary to nature. Especially when it gets into issues of, like, call it comparative lifespans. Issues where someone is... Say, okay, example. This is actually an example in the game. I forget where, so I can't really point to it just yet, but we will come across it at some point. Of, say, siblings. You have an older and a younger brother. They both go into stasis. The younger brother gets thawed out first. The older brother remains in stasis for 10 years. Now, when they were only born, let's say, 5 years apart. And now the younger brother is 5 years older than the older brother. It's very disruptive to natural human relationships in a very, I would say, dangerous sort of way. A potentially dangerous sort of way, at least. Action is too loud. I can fix that. Thank you for letting me know. Setting. Audio. Actually, you know what I can just do is I can just turn down the game volume in general. Somewhat. Which I forgot to do when I started up this game. Wow. Okay. Let's cut it down by about 4 decibels. That should do it. Let's see how that is. If it's still too loud, let me know. Here, let me just, like... that's still pretty loud. I'm going to turn down the actual just sound effects, specifically. Audio. Sound effects volume. There. That'll probably be better. Dialogue I'll keep. So we can hear them talking.
Life support levels critical. Please seek safety.
That's better. Okay. Yeah, I know, it's kind of radiation-y out here.
Radiation within safe levels. Life support is back online.
Let me know if everything else is too loud still. I'm seeing that their voices are peaking about the same as where mine is. So I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to turn the overall game volume down a little bit more. That will do. There we go. Alright, that peaked right around where my voice is, maybe a little bit lower, so I think it should be okay. Hopefully. Again, if you can't hear me talking, then I apologize. I'll fix it. I will go back and fix it. I won't go back and fix it, but I'll go in and fix it. Oh. Wait, what? Why is it doing this? I don't want the ghost. No, I'm good with what I got, I guess. Oh, I can't pick PB. She's just coming anyway. All right. No, so let's keep veteran Cora. Right? Liam's our only other option, and Erica doesn't like him for very good reasons.
No. No, this can't be right. All that fanfare for an empty room? There's some secret here. There must be. Do your Pathfinder thing.
Wave your magic hands.
Oh, you're good.
And I make it look so easy.
That's a long way down. Can't tell how far.
Well, we have jump jets. It's fine.
That can't be air pressure.
Very cool.
Electrostatic? Ah, gravitation. Oh, you idiot, PB. That wasn't the front door. This is.
I'll let you know.
Hey!
I was gonna do that. Let's pathfind. That is, that's basically the idea here. Like, I really like playing Scott as just absolutely forward about things. It still looks like it's too loud on my audio mixer. Hang on. Mess with it while it's loading. Oops.
Where's it taking us?
Embrace the unknown, Ryder. Now this is more like it.
Looks like a bunker. Or a vault?
Whatever you call it. The controls for that atmosphere processor might be down here somewhere.
Wow.
Let's find out.
Very cool.
Anything could be important. Let's be thorough.
Not what we're looking for, but
Cool.
worth getting a record.
Right.
Watch your fingers. There might be traps.
I'm not detecting any.
I've made that mistake before.
Look there, do you see that?
Might be data, or bits of it.
Got anything?
There's element 0 threaded through all this tech. Imagine the engineering that would take. I think that gravity well works in reverse, too.
Then we have a way out.
Well, that's good.
You're not leaving already, are you?
Not until we find those processor controls.
I mean, if it didn't work in reverse, we were trapped down here for eternity and we're going to die. That would not be very good. Obviously.
No signs of any cat.
That's very good news.
Maybe they can't get into the vault.
But you can. That'll get their attention.
Yeah.
Lucky me.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, if the Remnant aren't using it.
Anyway, I am very thrilled to be teaching McIntyre's disquieting
Shouldn't
suggestion.
it be warmer this deep underground?
No, it would be colder, would it? I actually don't know. That's a good question. But yeah,
Wow.
it's
I really was just scratching the surface.
it's one of the things I've always kind of wanted to teach, but I've never found a good place for it in a syllabus. But I'm kind of using it as an introduction, and I'm not continuing with After Virtue. It's way complicated, way more so than I would have any right to give to non-major undergraduates. So realistically, what I'm going to do is I'm starting with the opening chapter, Disquieting Suggestion, and then I'm moving on to C.S. Lewis's The Abolition of Man to sort of fill in the rest in a more approachable way. That's kind of what I'm going for. And like I said, I absolutely
We're so
love
far
it.
down, I can't even see the
I absolutely
top of
love
the
it.
well.
Only minimal power.
So,
I don't think it triggered the atmosphere processor, but...
Pathfinder, a conduit beneath the floor just activated. Fluid is running through it. It could be generating emergency power. Your scanner will have more details.
Some kind of wacky ferrofluid.
I see the conduit, Sam. Whatever it is, it leads out of the room.
Right. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep the Sentinel. But I'm gonna switch some powers around to Backlash. Put it at 2. Tech. Energy Drain. Learn it, learn it, learn it. More shields restored. And make it prime. There we go. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to set this one to 4. Yeah, I'm going to set that one to 4. Just because I need something that is specifically meant to combat Remnant. And so that's going to be my favorite number 4.
Phrase recovered. Must read to access. This console links to surface facilities.
Then it must control the atmosphere processor.
No glyphs. It looks dead, or locked down, like most of this place.
The fluid conduit leads to this console and further into the vault.
So if we follow that conduit, it might lead to the system lockdown.
These data pattern things are incredible. If I'm right, each one can hold hundreds of zettabytes.
There are whole species who get by with less.
Ours does, currently.
Another gravity well, and that's new.
What is it?
A symbol of authority? A key? It's easy to speculate with Remnant, but we need more facts. I'll see what I can find on this beauty. Maybe over this way.
Whatever has this place on lockdown is that way.
I do my best work solo. You fix up the vault, I'll investigate the relic, and together we'll figure this place out.
You don't watch many horror vids, do you? We have no idea what's down here.
And we never will if we miss something because we're huddled in a group. I'll be careful.
Just stay on the radio.
I'm on frequency 145.8. Stay safe.
Okay, fine.
Can't be too risky for her with everything turned off, right?
I mean,
this gravity well's sealed off. No way through.
Incidentally, a gravity well is the gravitational effect of a large mass in space. This is more accurately a well with variable gravity.
Keep a note for our sorry friend, and for when we try to explain all this.
I mean, it's a well with variable gravity. That sounds like a gravity well to me.
Well, look at this. No way through, no interface points. Sam, note it down for later.
Okay, useful.
Com check. It's, well, you know who.
We read you, PB.
Why are you like this, PB? Why are you like this? It's over there.
Locked.
Okay.
She seems good at taking care of herself.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway,
They dug this place through solid rock.
Look up there. Must be how they kept it from collapsing.
What's that? What's with the swirly-doos, the swirly energy matrices? That's a little bit interesting. I mean, it's very interesting, really. Also, what is the scanner picking up down there? Understand.
Looks like a blast shield. That might be handy.
Okay, it switched them.
Whoa. What's that liquid?
Unable to classify.
Oh, that's what it is.
The only way through is down towards it.
An unknown alloy and other materials. The composition resembles omnigel.
Maybe that's the fluid in the conduit.
Oh, it's like omnigel. Okay. That makes sense. Ooh, that's close.
Looks like storage space.
Assemblers, they're hostile!
Careful! Remember, they make other remnant.
Darn it. Inactive, huh? Cool. It says, imagine Breaking Bad, but the main character is a philosopher and sells bad ideas to get what they want. Oh wait, that's just philosophy too. Ooh, spicy. But yes. I mean, basically that is, that's just... that is, you have just summarized Socrates' criticism of the sophists.
What do you think the system lockdown looks like? Probably something huge.
Just selling bad ideas for personal profit, personal gain. Usually at the expense of society and the people that he's selling them to. Yeah, that is basically just a straightforward reading of Socrates' criticism of sophistry, which, you know, Philosophy Tube really does fit with sophistry. That's mean and uncharitable, but it's also like
they need a whole aqueduct of it.
I think it's straightforwardly true.
At least. I just crossed one.
Remnant!
Oh, come on.
Careful, don't fall in that liquid. It burns through your shield. Found that out the hard way.
Use the pillars for cover. Watch yourself, it burns.
Hostiles down!
Okay, cool. Sure. I do definitely want to go over there. I think I can make it. If I just, like, running jump. A nice big leap. Switches to over there. Yeah, that's probably better. Easier to jump across, right? Yeah. Now, I will say, I don't generally like beefing with other channels. Even ones I disagree with really strongly in a lot of cases, like Wisecrack. Like, I just did that. Like, I just did that major reaction video to Wisecrack. That was like a week or so ago. And I disagree with almost everything that I've heard Wisecrack ever say. But, you know, this is just sort of how philosophers tend to interact with each other. If I met the guy, like, you know, at a conference or whatever, particularly in an academic setting, I'm sure we'd hit it off just fine.
My God.
All this for an atmosphere processor? What is this place?
It's incredible. But yeah, that's actually one of those things that I really like about academic philosophy. More so than a lot of other fields, because some fields are very high stakes, right? In terms of research projects and things like that. And so there can be a lot of harsh competition, let's say, between scholars.
How come this liquid hasn't dried up? Unless turning that conduit on started it all flowing again. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. Philosophy is professionally low stakes, and if you're going to be a philosopher, you're probably going to be very committed to truth, at least for some reason. Now, there isn't a good reason for most atheistic philosophers to be committed to truth, but they come up with a reason nonetheless, and so I think that there is a real common purpose there. Phoenix said, a philosopher reacts to Philosophy Tube's cringy abortion video. Oh, maybe I should.
Another aqueduct.
But to be fair, Trent Horn already did that and tore that video apart
really
so
is
hard,
like
there's not much
Omnigel.
left for anyone
That
else.
fluid could be what's keeping this place going.
I don't remember
They must
that.
be huge.
I don't remember that. You're in the Discord, right? If so, put that in the Philosophy channel, because I do not remember that response video, Trent Horns. I am not one to tread ground that somebody like Trent Horn has already tread. Not necessarily because I don't have some insights that he might not. But I think I might. I may have some things that are worth saying that he hasn't said. But
Watch the edges.
It won't be most of them. Most of what I would have to say is stuff that he had said already. And so a lot of, oh my god, this gun hangs like an M1 Garand. I love it.
Keep up the pressure. We're almost through.
Is that it? No, there's one more. Where'd he go?
Shield boost enabled.
Where? There's one left. Yeah, send it to the Discord. I'm gonna watch that after this. There it is.
Hostiles down.
Cool. Anyway, I'm sure to enjoy that, because Philosophy Tube is another one of those that...
Some things down here work, and some don't.
Perhaps to direct and assist manual reactivation of the vault, or to mislead intruders.
Great.
Interesting. Phoenix says, you're philosophers, not rappers, you don't get into beef. That's true. We're also not typically, like, social media influencers who just wish they were rappers. Yeah. That's actually a funny story from a colleague of mine. She was sharing an article, a couple of back and forth articles actually between oh gosh, a couple of philosophers of mind. It was Roderick Chisholm and somebody else. And a student asked, like, oh man, after they were talking to each other like this, do they have beef? Were they mad? And she's like, almost certainly not. But I know both of them, so I'm gonna ask, and like, oh jeez. But afterwards, she asked on like Facebook or Twitter or something, somewhere on social media. Good luck, BB. She asked on social media and asked like, "Hey, how are you guys? Are you guys friends? Are you guys still chill after that?" That was a really savage. Back and forth, and he basically responded with a.
That's one way to light a room.
Cool. He basically responded with a picture of the two of them from a conference, just kind of hanging out and drinking.
Interface with it directly.
Thanks, Phoenix. Appreciate that. I'm definitely gonna have to take it on. Yeah, anybody who's interested, feel free to have a look in there already. I mean, stick around here, but open it in a new tab and save it for afterwards, and put it on your watch later, or whatever kind of wonderfulness you want to do with that.
It would take years to tunnel a place this big.
And good reasons to build it.
True. There's got to be there's got to be something to this. There's always had to be something to this more than simply terraforming. Oh, my inventory's full. Oh, okay. I have too many remnant decryption keys. I just don't use them. Neat. Oops. I'm just fine doing the Remdoku puzzles, actually doing them, so I don't really need decryption keys. Anyway. All that said, with philosophers being pretty chill with one another, Philosophy Tube, I feel like I would get along with less well.
Look how high it is. Might be another gravity well?
Just again, mostly due to
the well sealed.
There, I guess.
Damn.
Views on a lot of things.
Use the conduit for emergency power, same as before.
Which
better safe than sorry. Take them out.
I have found to be not just wrong, but in a lot of cases really destructively wrong.
You're sure this well isn't going to open up under us?
Pretty sure. Focus on the remnant.
Oh, jeez. Shoot at me, please. Yeah. Now that's reflexes.
If I get anything on the scanner.
That's reflexes. All right. Sure. Anyway, yeah, I think, like I said, I think that there's a sufficient
I can provide analysis via the scanner.
basic low-level difference
The conduit
between somebody like me and somebody like Philosophy Tube.
Interfacing may complete the circuit and allow the well to open.
Not yet.
If it gets us to the system lockdown,
Not yet.
let's try. Okay,
Come back to it.
let's hit both those consoles and complete the circuit.
This device appears defensive in nature.
I'm at shield charger. Very cool. Let's turn it on.
Device is online and makes a shield. At least it's friendly.
Layers and layers of defenses. If they're defenses. These remnant get better and better.
There are only glimpses into another civilization. Too bad we have to keep destroying them.
They must be fighting for a reason. All these mysteries. Something big is happening in Andromeda, Ryder. Something magnificent.
Let's
What
find
if
that
it did
system
happen?
lockdown. Okay. Let's hit the other console and complete that circuit.
Well, Phoenix says it's like D&D, where similar level to your different archetypes. Yeah, kind of. Not to be too self-righteous, but I think we also pick different alignments. That's actually a thing. That's actually a good thing to bring up. So in terms of D&D alignments, first of all, there are fundamental problems with the idea.
Conduit fluid pressure is variable. There could be activity below.
Okay.
Then let's dig deeper.
There are pretty fundamental issues with the alignment system, the lawful chaotic axis and the good and evil axis. But because I always have to question which where I would stand philosophically. I mean, yeah, you would think lawful good, right? However,
Any dust. How old is this place?
Unknown. Radiation counts indicate the vault has been offline for several hundred years.
I would say lawful good because law, in the sense of natural law,
is why all this
fine.
tech was abandoned.
And that makes perfect sense, and that's a good alignment to be, and that's a good reason to be lawful good. But if we're simply straightforwardly talking about natural law, obeying the laws of reality and such, then that's just good. Then that is reductionist. That just completely reduces lawful to good, and there's no reason to distinguish between lawful and good. You might as well be neutral good at that point and just eliminate the law and chaos axis. On the other hand,
Crap! The conduit sprang a leak.
Right over the console. If you try interfacing, you'll burn your hands off.
Well, that's not good.
No fluid means no power. Damn it. Maybe that's why those devices up above were turned off. We're not turning back now. There has to be some way to fix the leak.
There is, I'm sure. I forget what it is, though.
Ryder! Up here!
Yeah?
What happened? I can't get any doors to work.
The conduit's breached.
Hey, wait! The observers were using weird laser frequencies to fix a broken wall back there. I can send the frequencies to your Omni tool. Maybe they can patch up the conduit?
Sure,
And
cool.
Received. I'll give him a shot.
Very nice. Phoenix says the two-axis alignment system was made for a game. It was designed because Gary Gygax was playing with teenagers who were crazy and needed a way to punish them mechanically for being evil. Yeah, that's true. That is true. There's a large aspect of that. But why not just say good and evil? Why not have a one-axis alignment system? There are plenty of games that do perfectly fine with one-axis alignment system, like quite frankly, like Mass Effect has that Paragon Renegade.
Or maybe a hand tool.
Our scientists will love it either way.
Oops, I just took it apart. It's like I said, it's the Paragon Renegade choice, which is realistically just pretty straightforward, right? It's a one-axis morality system, and it works. It seems to work just fine. So I don't know why you necessarily need the law chaos axis if that's simply what you mean in terms of like law means natural law. Phoenix says it doesn't translate well because it's designed to keep a game moving rather than adhere to natural law. Palladium has a much better alignment system. which philosopher could get value from. I haven't looked into it. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. There is some... I do have some thoughts to say about the D&D, at least the metaphysics of the D&D alignment system. I focus more on the cosmology there, but I do touch on this, at least the Manichaeism of D&D, that evil is a thing, that kind of stuff. So there's that. That's worth looking at. I'll put the link to that video if you haven't seen it. I'll put it in the description after the stream. But yeah, it's one of those that I tend to... I have a hard time, like I said, I have a hard time placing myself, my own philosophical outlook on the alignment chart. In part because, like I said, if we just say that good, or that law means lawful in terms of, like, natural law...
The system's responding to those frequencies.
That's
just a
fine.
job, but it should hold.
Nice work.
It's
fixed. That console should work now.
But that's a little bit meaningless, right? And there's no reason to delineate it. But rather, if what we mean by lawful...
Looks like it worked.
Is something like...
Where are you going?
We've got to be close to the system.
Social dedication to the collective rather than the individual, and chaotic is more commitment to the individual or something like that. Or maybe another version of it that I've seen would be something like law is adherence to norms imposed by others, whereas chaos is fundamentally opposition to imposed norms, or something like that. Something like that. But because I would say, I mean, I'm because I'm a natural lawyer, so to speak. I'm a natural law theorist, largely. I think that I could be considered lawful good.
Watch your step.
But at the same time, I'm also, like, in terms of political theory, especially like ethical and political theory, I'm an anarchist. So it's weird to say that is lawful unless, you know, your law is something like
strange.
The non-aggression principle or strict
It's a wasteland. Maybe they're just hardy.
strict distributive justice in the Aristotelian sense. So again, if it is strict adherence to principles, then sure, yeah, I guess I could say that's lawful. But that's a weird definition of lawful, you know? It's a very non-D&D definition of lawful as well. So it's really, like I said, it's very hard to place exactly where my philosophical outlook fits on the D&D alignment system. Phoenix says he didn't want to get one-axis alignment system because he was a hipster. Fair enough. He was more into Michael Moorcock than Tolkien. That's absolutely the case. He was more law versus chaos. I think he put good versus evil there reluctantly. Maybe. But I think that there is something to be said there that even within that sort of outlook, for a good versus evil part of the alignment system. Not the whole thing, but certainly for part of it. Especially if what we mean by that is simply in terms of care for self versus care for others, or something like that. Because that's mostly how D&D, especially current D&D, interprets good versus evil. It's nothing so metaphysical. It really is more about selfish versus selfless, that sort of thing. Do I care first about myself, or do I care first about others? Which is really reductive in terms of ethics. Moorcock is, I think, a good exemplar for that sort of side of, call it, low fantasy. I would say Robert E. Howard he's usually my go-to for sort of exemplifying low fantasy. Same kind of thing. Same kind of distinction, I think. Can I get over there? I want to. Or is that where we came in? No, it's not. Can I jump jet myself over there? No, because that will take me over there. There is a way over there, and I haven't reached it yet. I see. Anyway. Phoenix says, anarchists can be lawful good. The anarcho-monarchist types recognize hierarchy and strict adherence to principles. They acknowledge the authority of God above all, and comms with the chaotic types. That is true. That's a fair point. Now, I have said, at least in practice at the D&D table, the lawful good and chaotic evil alignments... Ooh, I've never been able to actually illustrate this, but I can make this point really well. If this is your alignment chart, right? If you've got lawful good, chaotic evil, chaotic good, or lawful evil, right? And you have these two corners, right? Lawful good and chaotic evil. I don't think that the chart works very well in 2 dimensions. I think it works better if you do this. And wrap it up like a taco. Because in practice at the table, lawful good and chaotic evil tend to sort of touch in the back. Whereas chaotic good and lawful evil are these polar opposites in any given setting. If you have the lawful good, or you have the chaotic good, the Robin Hood type, and you have the lawful evil, the Prince John type, they're going to be opposites, necessarily. But if you have the lawful good paladin, who goes way too far with being lawful good to the point of just, smiting a peasant for jaywalking, that very, very stereotypical paladin type behavior, then that becomes chaotic evil very quickly. That becomes chaotic evil incredibly quickly. So an excess of lawful good, okay, like in terms of excess and deficiency, in terms of virtue theory, say, that very quickly becomes its opposite. Whereas if you go to chaotic good,
still,
I don't think that it becomes lawful evil.
Could we not?
It'll be fine.
I mean, unless what you mean by that is you start trying desperately to impose your own arbitrary law upon others or something odd like that. That's sort of, I don't know. Doesn't quite work.
Absolutely fine.
And they're about to activate. Yeah, they're about to.
Ah, damn it.
No, they just
It's
fell
okay.
out.
It's fine.
Stop saying fine. Let's just get out of here.
That was a really good scare. That was good. That was really good. But anyway, yeah, the alignment taco. This is one of my go-to D&D theories. One of my hottest of takes with respect to D&D alignment charts.
It made a new path. I think that's the right way.
Okay, cool.
We could reach it if we... Observers coming up at us!
Uh-oh. Is that all of them? Nope. That's all of them. Okay, so you can't think of a name for your Lickitung. Erica can't think of a name for her Lickitung. Can't think of any D&D character that would fit. You want me to be offensive? Because I could say Lycra. Okay, never mind. You said be serious, so never mind. Oh, yeah, well, see, now you go for it. You told me to be serious, and then I said that, and now you're going with it. I see how it is. Anyway. I want to be able to get over there, but I don't know how. There's a... Oh, it's through over that side. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it.
Oh, that bit's slippery.
Spelled like that. Phoenix says he'd love to see a video titled "The Alignment Taco." A philosopher fixes the alignment chart. You know what? Sure. You know what? I'll put it on the list of things to do. Now, I have Oh, okay, that he's going to be the name of your breeding ditto. Well, that's even more offensive, so okay, fair enough. Yeah, Phoenix, I do have a lot of other things that I need to do right now, but that one, that is a very good idea, so that is definitely coming. That is definitely forthcoming. The Alignment Taco. A philosopher fixes the de-alignment system. Now, my question would be, do I put in the stupid amount of effort to... Oops. No. Do I put in the stupid amount of effort to make something like a 3D model of the alignment taco?
And this place goes even deeper.
Or...
What's at the bottom?
Let's not find out the hard
Or
way.
should I just, you know, hold up a piece of paper like I just did?
This
That might work
some
better.
kind of data storage device.
More remnant back here.
Whoa, that was weird.
Giving shield assist.
Sounds like you made it.
Nice. Phoenix says, I might link the Palladium alignment in the Discord. What channel would it be in, gaming or philosophy? Yeah, either really, I guess. Erica's got a point. Gaming is more for news and actually talking about games, so yeah, I guess philosophy, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I could see it going in either, I suppose, but I also intend to talk about it more philosophically than I do game mechanically, so yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah, can't do okay. Anything
All
over here?
this technology just waiting, sleeping.
I would... Oh, man. So, near the end of the game, at the end of the game, you basically reactivate a whole bunch of remnant technology at once.
You're kidding.
I'm looking at it right now.
And I went the other way? Crap. I'd kill to be standing where you are.
Severe data corruption detected.
Is there anything left?
A possible reference to EOS, and a term that could translate to...
Wait, could translate to what? I didn't see it. I didn't see what it said. Darn.
Data recovered. These fragments appear to be from system reports generated by the Vault. However, I do not recognize most of the systems described. Data corruption. Unable to translate.
Okay, fine.
You should now be able to interface, Pathfinder. Data recovered. A phrase that seems analogous to atmospheric conditions.
Cool.
Atmosphere again.
We're on the right track.
Rough data. And I will say as well, as you may have noticed from that last bit of conversation there, Erica is a far superior planner than I am. Yep. Yep. Oh crap. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. It's got to be this one. 1, 2, 3. And that makes this, that one, and this, that one, and this, that one. Right? Yeah. Looks good.
Hey, I'm getting better at this.
Wow. I really just could have used a decryption key and then gotten a new one from that, but whatever. It's fine. Anyway. Yes, Erica is by far the more organized and organizing the two of us. This is why I keep saying that she should be producing and managing all of this stuff that I'm doing. Way more than I should.
Dad would have really loved this place.
Nothing hooked him like the unknown.
Someday, Sarah could be exploring down here.
Hmm? You're better at planning in general, that's what. You keep ideas coherent and together. I wander and meander around. Like nonsense. There's roots here. Yeah, exactly. You write lists. You make schedules. You stick to them. You think things through in a lot of ways that I tend not
Got
to.
a path to. Whoa!
Zap. Nice pattern. You hate editing. I'm not saying I'm not saying to edit. I mean to like publish and manage. Like you decide what goes out when, that kind of thing. That stuff. Not editing. I'm fine editing, I guess. I'm okay at that. I don't mind it so much. But like reviewing things and making sure that things are done the right way.
Even for jump jets.
Whee! Anything more than staring at a chat log is absolute torture. Well, thankfully that's all you're doing right now, and that's perfectly fine.
Come to Andromeda, walk on air.
Also very quick, I will say, with the murder of the Thoughtbots. Then again, if they're Thoughtbots, it's not murder.
All that time. I'm on EOS.
I was still stuck on the Lincoln's name. Yeah, true. Just a thought. Any characters that are
This whole
linguists?
platform's resonating with something. We must be close.
Oh, that's true. Sean. Sean's a tank. But Sean should be a Wooloo. But that's the wrong generation, so I guess you're fine. Sean needs to be a Wooloo. Or Wooloo needs to be Sean.
No question. This is the heart of the vault.
I've never seen anything
Very
like
cool.
it.
What's with this? I wish it let me scan whatever this is. these highly disturbed trees.
All conduits converge here, Pathfinder.
That must be the lockdown console.
Let me check everything else first, shall I? What's with this?
Sealed off. I don't think we can burn through that.
Huh. Interesting. Is that where the spooky death field comes from? I bet that's where the spooky death field comes from.
Like a giant machine, with us in the gears.
That's troubling. Why'd you have to say it like that? I don't think I like that.
Everything's massive. Beautiful.
Oh. Oh, one of those.
Any thoughts, Sam?
Unknown. Though it appears related to the lockdown, an in-depth study may reveal its purpose. The system lockdown is disabled. The vault and the atmosphere processor should return to full operation.
Ryder, you fixed the lockdown, didn't you?
The whole place is lighting up. Power readings are off the chart. Really off the chart.
But if it's back online, we should be good too.
Ryder.
Go!
There we go. Time to run. Oh no, this is the way out.
Phoebe, get back to the entrance now!
I saw it! What is that thing?
Don't risk it, just go!
I will say this
Watch out! Vents!
this little area like this reminds me a lot of the I guess it's the library in Halo.
Too far to jump. Got another bridge?
Yep.
Keep running.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming, all right.
It would be wise to escape, Ryder.
I'm aware of that, Sam.
I know, Sam!
Door's a little slow, huh?
Another gravity well!
We don't know where it goes.
It goes away from here. We're taking it. It's still coming!
It's sweeping the whole vault! Kills anything in its way!
Yeah, like us!
Not if I have anything to do with it. Oh,
The
that way.
barrier's gone!
You want that thing? Grab it quick.
That's the door to the entrance. Almost there!
Whatever all that was. It's mine now. Remnant cores, huh? Ah, there we go, we're out.
We're almost clear. Where are you? Hello? Phoebe? Go! Go, go, go!
Ah, it's right on our heels.
Get to the gravity well!
Shit, it's sealed. Try to get something under it.
Aha.
Console is attempting surface reconnection.
Come on!
Bolt restart is now complete.
Nice.
That was... Talk about a rush.
What was that? Field.
I know a trap when I see one.
An immune response? Maybe one last scrub before startup? This place is full of surprises.
Nothing like outrunning death.
Or reactivating a huge mysterious vault. Nice going.
Atmosphere processor is online, recovering last console activity.
Is that the Helios cluster?
Yeah. There we are. That's Eos.
Something happened. Because we restarted the system?
If that light is us, then all these points could be vaults in other worlds. Dormant like this one.
Maybe. But why is there a whole network of them? What's all this for?
Well, I'm sure we'll find out some, but I I love the implication that there's more than 7 of them. Because there were 7 identified Golden Worlds. And we know they were busts. And we know that, minor spoiler, but we'll see this eventually, that the Turian and Quarian world, the one with Dextro-based flora and fauna, such environment, is basically completely destroyed beyond any hope of recovery. And so this means that there is hope for more than just the 7 and now 6, and then 5, and then 4-ish Golden Worlds. So there's a real chance here with all these possibilities.
This tech can create observers from nowhere, or ravage a whole planet. And that's just what we've seen. The bots, those plants back there, the atmosphere processors.
I once did supply runs for a council team that was seeding some ice planet's atmosphere, trying to melt the ice caps.
To help with support life.
That first processor we saw was making things worse, but maybe it malfunctioned.
Is that what these builders were trying to do? Make worlds habitable? Even terraform a whole cluster?
Hey, look there. That's different. Maybe it's active? We've got to go see.
Sam?
This is different.
Extrapolating. These coordinates lie beyond the space we have currently surveyed, Pathfinder.
Mark it on our charts. We need more to go on. Let's head up to the surface. I could use some fresh air.
Well, assuming that radiation levels have reduced back down to somewhere tolerable. Although I don't know how quickly this will act, so we'll see.
Look at that sky.
How? No atmosphere processor works that fast.
If this effect is representative, Pathfinder, air and moisture patterns will show noticeable improvement. Eos could support an outpost.
A foothold. That's all we need. Just enough to begin. This remnant technology could be the key to our survival, if we can control it.
It changes whole planets. Let's go slow.
We've got a lead. Sam marked it on the charts down there. That site is active, whatever it is. Who knows what we'll find there.
We? You want to come along?
I want to know what makes the Remnant tick. You've got a key to their technology. Or a crowbar, at least.
Well, it counts, but...
I don't know. We're a team. You like working solo.
Sure, but we don't have to be joined at the hip to solve all this. Come on.
All right. Pack what you need and...
Datapad, toothbrush, clean underwear, that'll do. I'll catch up with you.
Well, all right.
Well, this will be interesting.
Now Now for our new outpost.
You have already logged an ideal site. Nav point noted. Updating checklist.
The Nexus is on pins and needles, Ryder. Pods are inbound and ready.
Let's go make it happen.
It's weird to think that if we pull this off, everything we're looking at could change.
I liked those pre-trip vision paintings of future Eos. Green fields, rivers, forests. Wonder what it'll really be like down the line.
Fewer death storms would be nice.
Okay, let's go establish our outpost. There's not much else to do tonight. We're almost out of time. Probably head back to the Nexus, really. See how things are changing. I'm sure they are. Now, let's see. Oh, I think we have some cat to fight, though.
Cat ahead. They appear to be fighting a Krogan.
Is that... Drac?
That's not gonna work. I mean...
Giving shield assist.
Loading ammo!
Giving shield assist.
Ryder, about time you joined the party.
Oh, there's more coming. Great. And they're right on top of us.
That's it, kid. Keep it up. Good one.
There we go. That was a good shot.
That fight was fun.
You're telling me?
You could really handle yourself,
shotgun.
kid. And I hear you're the one to thank for clearing up the sky. Had your number all wrong.
You're not so bad yourself, old man. Maybe we should work together after all.
This fight was pretty good, but you're still Nexus and green as a Drell. Still, something tells me you've got potential.
That's fair.
I'd be ashamed to waste that. I mean, just point me to your ship and try to keep up.
That's a good question. It's over that way.
Let's see you deal with this.
The first colonists sent audio logs about these regions back to the Nexus.
And?
And you're not going to tell me. Okay, fine. I mean, I'll just gather all the minerals once I establish the colony, huh? How about that? Biotic whoosh! Right. Oh, it's just the bibbity bop. We ready? Let's do this.
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Prepping deployment order. You must choose what purpose this new outpost will serve.
The Nexus doesn't get a say?
Resources are at a crisis point. Protocol states this judgment call falls to the Pathfinder. With current supplies, you could build a military outpost focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
I really wish this mattered a lot more than it does, because it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Again, maybe they were planning on this making a bigger difference somewhere in the production line. Maybe they were planning on making a bigger difference in the sequels. I don't know. But, I don't know. What do we think?
What do you think? Military outpost or scientific?
I say scientific. Aren't we here to explore?
I say military. There's too many threats out here.
Be advised that the first outpost placed by a Pathfinder will be a statement in itself. Fair or not, your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions in Andromeda. Consider carefully.
Realistically, we need a scientific outpost at this point. Military, the reason I lean away from military is that, yes, we probably do need military. We need, defenses. The difference, though, is that we need large-scale defenses. We have militia. We have small arms. We have tons of small arms. My God. And we have enough people to shoot them. The problem is that we don't have armed starships. We don't have, planetary defense cannons. We don't have big guns. Not big guns. That's the kind of thing we need. And you know what we need for that? R&D. We need R&D. We need... It does matter for a few things. It matters for a couple of things down the line. But it's not huge. It's not nearly as big as it's kind of supposed to be. It does alter some options that you have later on. But it's not nearly as big as it was obviously meant to be. But I'm treating it as if it is an important decision because character-wise, it's an important decision. Again, I'm leaning towards scientific again because we need, like I said, we need some military stuff, but we need big-scale military stuff. That's the big problem with the initiative. Not that we need more people on the ground with guns, So, scientific it is.
Prioritize research and discovery. That's our foundation. And our future.
Orders prepped. Ready on your signal.
Alright, y'all, drop the prefabs.
Andromeda Initiative, this is Ryder. Pathfinder.
EOS is ready for deployment. Copy that.
Outpost block inbound. And ready as hell.
Hey, Addison's here. He doesn't seem very hands-on usually. So. Welcome, Change.
August Bradley, operational head for this block. Mayor now, I suppose. We're ready to make the most of what you delivered.
I feel like I should toss you the keys. Be nice. It's been through a lot.
Understood.
Yeah.
Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
They're eager. I haven't seen eager for months.
Why Prodromos? I forget. There's a
Eos
reason
is
for that.
far
I don't
from
remember
golden.
what.
But now it's a producer. A real and reasonable first step. They think you did the impossible.
Well, kinda, yeah.
The Nexus. I warned them, hoping was irresponsible. You proved me wrong, Pathfinder.
What are you playing at? Seems like being my friend is suddenly valuable.
Fair assumption.
That's all.
The reality, Ryder? You bought us time. But one outpost on a long-shot planet won't stop us from starving. You already have a lead on something else?
The nav point from the vault.
Now it gets complicated.
The others are ready to officially sanction your efforts, to be a part of your success. We all want the initiative to succeed, but after failing for so long, no one agrees on how to do it. Be aware, that's all.
All right.
I don't care why anyone helps, so long as they do.
I've heard that before. Talk to Bradley. Later, we'll go over the extended job of Pathfinder. Until then, Tan's waiting on the Nexus.
Yay! My favorite Solarian. Okay. Give EOS radiation time to clear. Speak with Addison. Wee-hoo!
Fairwind Basin. Lowest radiation count in the area. Little bit of hope.
Maybe more than a little.
Alright. Can I just... No, I can't. I can't even call the Tempest. I'm just... So, there isn't fall damage, exactly. But there is, if you fall too far, you just die and respawn. So that's cool. That's cool. Ew. I mean, you die and respawn with less health, so you actually get hurt. Alright. Yeah, 15 minutes. That's not enough time to go really do much on, like, at the Nexus. So what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna save that for next time. And for right now, I'm gonna go wander through here and talk to a few people, scan some things. Read some stuff. That kind of thing. You know? Yale.
Pathfinder.
Okay. Cool. Yes, that's me. Right, never mind. Nothing too interesting in here as of yet. Gotta switch to my teleport profile. It does have defense cannons. Despite everything. Despite, you know, being scientific primarily. Turret. Defense turret designated for Prodromos. While not an AA gun, it provides strong perimeter defense. So, again, it's primarily ground defense. Which, man, I have to say, this game has a problem with not taking seriously the effectiveness of air power. And space power, for that matter. Which, honestly, Mass Effect's always kind of had an issue about. Like, you fight Reapers on foot in Mass Effect 3. Hey, Connor, heard about the new position. Prodromos has gained one hell of a businesswoman. They're lucky to have you. If you ever do find ourselves on the Nexus at the same time, I'm buying you a drink to celebrate. Vetra and Ryder, I know you're going to get nosy and read this. Hi. Yes. How did you know that, Vetra? That's a little meta. Little bit meta. What's going on here? ISRU. Insight, in situ. Resource utilization. Processor extracts hydrogen and oxygen from the soil to use vehicle fuel or emergency water supply. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Very cool. I kind of dig it. Let's see what's here. My officer? I assume I can buy things here or something.
Hello, Kim Connor. Supplies, trade, procurement. Anything you need, I can provide. Though you do have the Queen Quartermaster beside you.
You know Vetra?
Back on the Nexus, Connor worked with me to get everything for the Tempest.
But
Nice.
I need ground under my feet, and soon hopefully trade will flourish on Eos.
You said you know Vetra. What's she really like?
Not a word, Connor.
As you like. Of course, you can't always be listening.
Ooh, so I should come back with that Vetra, is what you're saying.
Does the outpost have everything it needs?
The Nexus furnished us with the basics, but that isn't enough for a home. Providing the rest is my responsibility. The labs can't work without good logistics, they'll have it.
Okay.
Is EOS trading with any new partners?
Right now, just the Nexus, but I have contracts with Wildcat salvages and independent miners. There will be more.
Independent. That's odd. Basically exiles, you're saying.
So how did you end up here, Connor?
Me? You're the Grand Explorer. I fill out requisition forms.
Really? Everyone here has some kind of story.
I left mine back home. Or... Still... Ask me another time.
See you later.
Alright.
Be well. Come back again.
There's more to that. Who? Jacob, who? Oh. Sure.
Pathfinder. Jacob Mitney, Research and Development. My team's just getting set up here, but we've made a discovery you might want to check out.
All ears.
We've put together a blueprint for augmenting your armor plating. Uploading it now. If you can collect the necessary resources from around EOS, it should work.
Sounds useful. Good thinking, Mitney.
This could form the basis for armor production across the initiative. Scrounge safely, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder chest piece. Ooh. Hello.
An actual sunlight to wake up to. This would be great.
Enjoy it. I'll be up all night collecting moisture readings.
Are you sleeping better?
Yeah.
Let's try over there. Have we? This looks to be basically the capital. Close as you get to it. Very big building.
Henderson at the subtle landing pad told me. He heard it from the pilot.
Nothing.
Okay.
Formal request for Darket Tiervian. 28. Making a formal request again, Bradley. I know it's not your fault. I know she's supposed to be second wave, but I want a trail so that when all this calms down in a few years, we can get properly outraged about how long it took to reunite families, especially ones hurt during the Site 1 and 2 mess. You know, broken promise is a thing, right? Requesting deployment of Darket Tiervin, W84 Crispin, Exo Studies Specialist. Reason, she's an asset that'll help viability. She's also my daughter. Absolutely. Speak with Addison's assistant on the Nexus. What have we here? We'll start first of all, sell salvage. Helmets. Nothing there. Nothing there. Right now, we'll sell. Sell my junk. So, yeah, next time we will start with a bunch of stuff on the Nexus. We'll start either by heading back there, or I might just go back there at some point. I don't know.
We came to explore and learn. That's who we are.
Really hope all those scientists will be safe out here.
Yeah, that's true.
Hi.
What's that? Fabricator produces nano-etch lenses, multiple scientific and military applications. Mistake. Man, I almost missed that. Jane Fox.
You haven't got a fuel cell, have you? The quartermaster says there's plenty, but she would. Wait. Oh, shit, you're the Pathfinder. Sorry, no one said VIPs were coming by.
I'm just Ryder. Nice to meet you.
Likewise, I'm Fox, chief engineer for Prodromos. Anything you need, ask away.
Alright.
What do you think about your new home?
First impressions? We've got water, clear skies for solar power, plants to farm. The Remnants are a wild card, but Bradley says you have them covered. It'll take work, no question, but I think EOS is really going to be something.
What do you do here?
My team gets things going. Water, power, communications, everything a civilization needs. Well, not laws or a constitution, but it's easier to concentrate on those when you got a flushing toilet.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. That subsistence level societies tend to just work out. And they tend to also begin with something like laws that develop as needed, which I think is a very good way of developing law. That's basically the foundation for English common law, which is one hell of a law system, or legal system. So, great. Honestly, that's a really good precedent.
What are the other outpost staff like?
Like Connor, you mean? She's pretty fun when you get to know her. Just don't get to know her over a poker game. Trust me.
Okay.
What brought you all the way to Andromeda?
There's a colony back home you've never heard of. Viridis. It failed. Hard. I grew up there watching things fall apart. When I left, I got into infrastructure, civil engineering. Boring stuff unless you've ever lived without it. I wanted to do Viridis right, I guess. And the initiative was my best chance.
Bye, Fox.
Have a good one.
Really do like... First of all, I like the fact that they're basically... Everyone here is, like I keep saying, some kind of cast-off, outcast, weirdo, marginal figure of society. Somebody from a failing outpost who wants to try again. That's somebody who craves adventure, but also is walking away from hell. Some kind of hell. Files filled with sketches, annotations, exploded schematic views. Many are focused on combined road monorail network for EOS, showing several different but brilliant designs. Always good to go back to the old standby when I need to think. Underneath are several doodles showing elegant redesigns for the Nexus tram system map. Posted to one side are a number of downloaded statistics on predicated population growth of the next century. Got a baseline. Bradley's always good for numbers. Well, joining the statistics is a blacked out simplistic drawing of Prodromos. Dotted line showing expansion, with detailed sketches of water and sewage lines underground, wireless power routers, and flow of foot traffic. Sloppy, but it's a start. Hey, from the Nexus, Fox, how is it there? I heard Bradley has things up and running smoothly. I knew you guys could do it. Tell me about EOS. It's boring here, so I have to live vicariously through you. But you remember that girl I told you about, the Asari? We're going out this weekend. I can't believe she said yes. Wish me luck. Now it's your turn, buddy. Ellis. Bros just being bros, bro. Fabricator. Oh, producing those nano-etch lenses. I see. Alright. Okay. Where'd we go? Alright, next. Building. Alright, well, what have we here? 5 minutes left, or 3 minutes left, that's what we have here. Land equipment. Land equipment.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Haley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for Remnant tech support. I'll take it.
People should not be hooking up with Asari out here. I mean, somebody has to. And preferably not other Asari. So there's that. That's kind of an issue. That is actually a really interesting problem with respect to population growth. That, yes, every species needs to breed within itself, propagating one's own DNA, as you said. Propagating one's own species, one's own DNA, etc. But also, what we really, really don't want in Andromeda is a bunch of Asari purebloods, a small percentage of whom will be Ardite Yakshi. Right? that seem like that? That seems like a good point, right? Like that's a problem. That would be potentially a really big problem. And I think that first of all, that presents a problem just for colonist numbers because populations are so limited, and we really do need like in-species reproduction. Interspecies romance, man, is very dangerous in a case like this. Yeah. It's very dangerous, but it's also, like I said, because of the Artigachi problem, it's also very necessary. So that's interesting. That is an interesting problem. Now, the bigger problem is infertile unions of any sort. Whether that is, infertile unions because, well, interspecies that is sexually incompatible, let's say. But then also, let's say, broadly speaking, within infertile unions within species, which seems shockingly common, given that this was a game written in 2016-17. If you know what I'm referring to. Talking about the gays.
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Ooh. I had a thought. Asari can just mostly breed with Angara, who we haven't met yet. But assuming that their nervous systems are at least remotely compatible, which they ought to be, they can interbreed with Angara. That's a thought. Angara are already, at least it's implied but not confirmed. Angara are implied to be polygamous. So being a wife of an Angara could be perfectly reasonable for an Asari that could solve the genetic diversity problem and then also solve the problem of other species. What's the other thing? We are talking to one of them. Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. And I mean the other thing though that also leans that's a very good point that sort of nudges me towards romance with Korra rather than PB. So we'll see.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
I'm committed on that.
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
You do get to turn a gay guy straight at some point in this game, and we'll get to that. Nice.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Okay.
Pathfinder?
Wrap up this room and
given
then
me your opinion on this. I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
No.
We were all
That's
shaped
ridiculous.
by that history. Our children deserve to know how and why.
Agreed. Maybe you'll change a few minds. Thanks for stopping.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's just completely ignore the thousands of years history of all of our people. Abrams yammering about how ridiculous this this terraforming device is. Research proposal, submissions review. Cat firearms approved important. Waterborne bacteria study approved. Don't flush your work away. Color reactions and acuity in insectoid wildlife. Not approved unless you're going to make them stop at a red light. No, that's. I mean, that's a really cool topic. Comparison of quantum initialized string effects to relativistic waveforms. This is gibberish. I'm not giving grants for the world's best word salad, which. Good on you, I suppose. That's actually a little bit surprising that you're not rewarding word salad papers. Element 0 voltage resistance testing. Finally, some real science approved. Okay. Okay, we're out of time. So, it is about midnight. I am going to wander about a little bit off stream. I might do some things. I might pick some stuff up. I might do some scanning, yada, 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 all that kind of stuff. But next time, we'll pick up, talk to a few more people around Prodromos, and then we will head back to the Nexus to continue our adventure, talking to more people, figuring things out, where to go from here, and then we might meet a new alien species next week. We'll see. We'll see if we get there. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I had a wonderful time. I'm looking forward to a wonderful time this week with my wacky classroom discussions, and I'll let you know how things go on Thursday. Keep an eye out for some lectures coming on the subject. I might be able to record some things tomorrow, and might have some things up throughout this week into next. We'll see. Comes down to what I have time for and what I wind up prioritizing in terms of class lecture recording. Anyway, thank you all one more time for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you on Thursday for Kingdom Come Deliverance, and once again, next Monday for more Mass Effect Andromeda. So, with that, I wish you all a wonderful night, and remember, don't be safe, be well, and more importantly, be good. Bye, everyone.